Hi, I'm Jiajun from China, and my English name is Dennis. I'm a senior student majoring in economics, and I graduated in June this year. I'm from the Chinese educational system, so I don't have any educational experiences in the United States. What I want to share today is about my experiences learning English during my junior high school years in China. At that time, I was in highly competitive learning environment with only one learning goal, which was to achieve good grades and a good ranking of exams. Therefore, I viewed English learning as a worry, and I started to hate English until I met my new English teacher in my third year of junior high school. She taught me to use virtual learning methods to memorize English vocabularies and reuse them instead of just doing various practice questions to prepare for exams. After that, I started to truly learn English as a language rather than a subject. Even during holidays, I'm willing to spend a lot of time on watching English films, listening to English songs, and establishing my own language learning system. Even in daily life, I occasionally try to communicate with my friends in English and try to express some contents in English. I know my interest in learning English has developed. That also gives me a lot of helps to reach out the language scores requirement when I enter American university.
Hello, my name is Nicole. My education experience I wanted to talk about is from when I was in sixth grade. I attended a middle school where I didn't know anyone except my sister. I was nervous around others and had a keen interest in science. I joined an after school program called Science Olympiad and was able to explore a large variety of topics in STEM. I was able to make lots of new friends and find new confidence in my abilities and knowledge. We would compete in teams in various events, encouraging teamwork and learning from peers. This experience helped lay the foundation for my future interest in biology and education since I was given an opportunity to help teach others years later.
The educational experience I want to share is the UWP writing courses in my first quarter here at Davis. Prior to this, I had never completed an essay as required for academic writing, so I'm a little bit struggled with it. I'm not sure I will be able to accomplish this. To get more help, I go to the teacher's office hours and ask questions. My teacher first gave me positive feedback and encouraged me to believe in my ability to write. Then she helped me break down the whole process step by step. She set specific, achievable goals so that I could complete the entire task from easy to difficult. First came out the thesis statement. Then I read a lot of journals and articles and pick out the citations that fit my thesis. After having a general structure, I started to add cases and citations to support the arguments. Finally, I wrote the introduction and conclusion and organized the reference cited in the text. After I submitted the paper, my teacher left me a lot of feedback. She encouraged me to reflect on my writing and adjust and improve my writing based on the feedback. What impressed me most was that she indicated each assessment was completed uncompleted graded. She indicated that as long as you have done the required research and complete the paper, you deserve a grade. After that, I'm not afraid of doing a new essay and ready to meet new challenge.
A theory that applies to all three of our educational experiences is Vygotsky's theory of learning. Lev Vygotsky's theory of learning covers several key components, including his zone of proximal development, the importance of interactions, social and cultural environmental influences, language, and self talk. His zone of proximal development applies to all three of our educational experiences. Scaffolding systems existed that helped us to improve and grow. For Siyuan, it was the incorporation of the completion grade rather than a letter grade. For me, it was the extra assignments available, and for Dennis, it was the application of more communication and opportunities to speak in English. Besides this, all three of us also had significant interactions with our teachers who were more knowledgeable on the subjects we were learning. This contributed greatly to our success. The environments we were in were encouraging, leading to a stronger interest in learning the materials. We also learned a lot about trusting our skills and working our way through difficulties we may have encountered.
The experience of Jiajun and I are consistent with the motivation theory. The motivation theory was proposed by Dacey and Ryan in 1985. It has four main branches, including behavioral, humanistic, cognitive, and sociocultural. For the behavioral, it states that motivation is related to reward and incentives. For humanistic, it encourages people's inner resources. For cognitive, It mentioned that motivation is impacted by thinking, goals, schemas, expectation, and attributions. For sociocultural, students are motivated by interpersonal relationships. Learning communities are also important. Related to our experience, none of us are native speakers, so we need motivation to study English. From behavioral perspective, we study to graduate with a higher GPA. For cognitive perspective, we study English for better education and communicate with each other.
After hearing about Nicole's educational experience, I realized that we have some similarities in our educational experiences. Even though we grew up in different educational systems, in my opinion, we all follow the student-centered learning and engagement theory. The student-centered learning and engagement theory was proposed by Lee and Hannafin in 2016, which mainly describes three key components: and student control spacing, student control how content is taught, and student control what is taught. In this state, students can participate more actively, establish critical thinking, and take ownership of their education. In Nicole's experience, she had the opportunity to explore STEAM projects and find this area she truly wanted to learn. It really helped her set learning goals and improve learning efficiency. For me, after graduating from junior high school, I maintained my interest in learning English and allocated more time to it. It also helped me to take ownership of my English learning.
When looking back on our educational experiences, we unanimously agreed on the importance of new experiences in education. This can include different forms of grading, which could be beneficial for students struggling to learn content and for those who experience academic stress, more opportunities for application of knowledge, useful for English language learners and just generally for language learners who typically are only taught to memorize rather than application and speech, and more peer interaction in education, good for students who are developing social skills or struggling to independently learn. Self-awareness and building independence is also really important to our vision. Building independence is crucial for all students in education because it can help encourage healthy study habits and helps prepare them for future jobs or other endeavors.
As a group, we all hope to increase our use of technology-based learning in new experiences. In the future, we may leave school and enter society. We may not receive guidance from professors and teachers again, but as a learner, we can continue to use increasingly sophisticated technologies to help ourselves learn the skills we need or learn the professional knowledge we want to learn. For improved outreach, I believe that funds of knowledge can play their role in providing assistance for our learning at some point in the future.
After discussing, we felt like the application of funds of knowledge could be better implemented in educational systems. The importance of understanding a student's full collection of knowledge is still understated in education, where it is often believed that everything being taught and learned is new. To remedy this, we believe that schools and teachers should work even more on outreach in order to learn more about their students and the knowledge they currently possess. This way, a bridge can be built between prior knowledge and future learning opportunities. This further outreach could also include peers. Perhaps instituting a system for peer outreach in schools could also allow peers to work together to help everyone progress using the knowledge they already have. While practices like this tend to be more common in elementary or middle school, they are often not seen in high school or even college, which can be detrimental. Implementing these practices more in upper education is just as crucial to learning as in lower education.
The second factor is technology. Technology has always been one of the most important products given to education in a decade. Technology-based learning can improve the learning efficiency of students and the working efficiency of teachers. At the same time, mass media increase educational reach. Due to the development of the internet and the open source of knowledge and information, more people can efficiently learn knowledge at different levels. Under this assumption, schools can provide free or reduced technology to students in need, and communities can organize fundraising activities aimed at improving technology. Therefore, I believe that policy changes, community changes, and classroom level changes are all factors that affect technology popularization, thus improve learning efficiency.
The third factor is build self-efficacy. Build self-efficacy in students is crucial for their academic success and overall development. Positive involvement from parents and teachers can significantly boost their students' confidence. Positive feedback, praise for effort, and constructive guidance help students believe in their ability to succeed. provide students with multiple ways to showcase learning so that they can identify their strengths and build confidence in their abilities. To cater for different learning styles and interests, various forms of assessment not only indicate traditional exams, but also project open opportunities, peer tutors, and other forms of assignment. At last, more teacher input into school could support students. When students feel the support, understanding, and attention of their teacher, they are more likely to develop a sense of identity with their school and their learning. This positive teacher-student relationship helps develop students' self-efficacy, which in turn enhances their motivation and commitment to learn.